Hey, how's it going, guys? This is Mac for B4YB. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the OnePlus 3. So why are we talking about a phone that came out all the way back in 2016? So OnePlus just released an official beta for Oxygen OS. Be running Android 9.0 or Android Pie onto your OnePlus 3 or OnePlus 3T, which is pretty awesome. That's what I have right here. What I did was flash the BIOS. Come on. I can do this. So what I did was flash the beta onto this and tested it out for a couple of days, and I have to say I'm surprised. This thing, it runs really well. And I downloaded all my apps and did all the same settings that I have on my, where's my phone? Damn it. It's basically a mini version of my OnePlus 6T. If you guys want to see me use this as a daily driver for about a week or something, and then do an update video, let me know in the comment section down below. I'd be more than happy to do that. So I got it for about $150. And actually, after looking online, you can get it for around the same amount or even less, maybe about $130 on Newegg for refurbished. I don't know how well that is or how good that source is because it's a third-party seller, not coming straight from Newegg. But still, $130 for a phone like this. What do you get? So let's refresh our memory real quick. It's using the Snapdragon 820. It's got 6 gigs of RAM and 64 gigabytes of internal storage. That's not bad. And the 6 gigs of RAM for a phone that came out in 2016, I think it's paying off, and it's still able to run this ROM like it's brand new, like it came out of the box, which is pretty amazing. I've not experienced any hiccups or any slowdowns just yet. And with my quick time testing this out, I think it turned out to be a pretty awesome little throwback phone. I remember when this phone came out, I really wanted to get it, but at the time I was on a contract and I was using an iPhone, so I couldn't. But now that I actually have it in my hands and compare it to my OnePlus 6T, this thing just feels so small. It's weird, but they're kind of like this, almost the same body size. Can see it there. And I have to say, I really love the metal build. This thing, like, although I said like this, the guy who owned it previously didn't really take care of the phone. The metal body just feels so solid and just so intact, and you can tell the phone's taking a beating. And for a phone that came out all the way back in 2016, I think it's in still pretty good shape. I still really love the alert slider. Oh my god. But on this phone, it's on the other side, whereas my OnePlus 6T, it's opposite side. So far, the battery life has been awesome, and that's because I don't have a SIM card in here too. That could play a factor, but the standby time has been pretty solid, and that's very promising. Usually with older phones, you're kind of worried about the battery life, but I think replacing the battery seems like an easy fix. One thing though that isn't going to be an easy fix is that screen. It's just all scratched up. But then, like, trying to replace the screen, I don't think it's going to be worth the cost of how much I got this phone for. So it is what it is. Everything works really well. It's so fast. It's crazy how a phone from 2016 is just this good. And that's just a testament to OnePlus's hardware. They've been doing such a good job, and their software. Oxygen OS is probably my favorite version of Android of all the Android skins out there. And let me explain. It has a lot of very functional shortcuts and gestures. It's just a very fluid, clean, and nice, customizable skin. I think I preferred over Google's stock Android, and I'm a very firm believer in stock Android. I love the Pixel. I've used that phone for a while. I don't see myself using a phone that doesn't have Oxygen OS anymore. Like the shortcuts, like to draw the V pattern to turn on the flash, that's just second nature now to me, and it's just so useful to be able to do that without having even opening my phone. Once you've used a OnePlus phone and used Oxygen OS for a while, it's kind of hard to go back to a phone that doesn't have that same operating system. So it's really nice to see the continuity here. So I'm getting all the great features of Android Pie. I'm still able to customize the way my phone looks. You're still able to customize the buttons and everything. One thing I have to say though is you don't get the gestures like you do here on this phone, because as you know, the OnePlus 6T, you can get that full screen use without having any software buttons. And on this phone, since you have hardware buttons, you can enable the software buttons, but you can't do the swipe gestures like you can do here on the OnePlus 6T. That's just something to keep in mind. So I've been kind of like swiping up, swiping down. It's kind of weird, but getting back to using the touch on the buttons, it's not bad. Like I was saying, this thing really surprised me with the performance. I honestly can't tell the huge difference between this and this when I'm using them side by side. But that would all change if I use this as my daily driver and popped in the SIM card and started using this for my navigation, my music, and like my daily tasks, because I really put my phone through the test. I think where the OnePlus 3 really shows its sign of age early on is the cameras. The cameras are just not the greatest quality, but I'm surprised you could shoot 4K video on this thing, which is pretty cool, and 1080p 60 frames per second video. So that's pretty sick. But the quality is just not the best. The dynamic range of the shots and everything that I've just noticed, not really that great. But overall, like I was saying, I'm so impressed with what OnePlus has been able to do with this phone. I miss the metal back, I miss the metal body of the build. This is honestly a very usable phone. So if you guys have a OnePlus 3 or OnePlus 3T laying around, I highly recommend flashing this version of Oxygen OS. It's amazing. So far I haven't found any major bugs, but keep in mind it is a beta. So if this is your main device or your daily driver, just keep that in mind that you're not going to get the best stability. You know, there's going to be bugs here and there, and that's the whole purpose of the beta, so that we can report these bugs to the developers and they can continue to improve that version of the software. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed this video, please stay subscribed to the channel. We're almost at about 100 subscribers, which is pretty awesome. I'm so pumped that people are subscribing and you guys are continuously supporting the channel. I really appreciate it. And if you guys want me to give this phone away for 100 subscribers special, just let me know in the comments down below. I'm gonna have to do some research though and see how we could work that out, because I've never done anything like that. But yeah, that could be a possibility. No promises here, but that's a possibility. I could give this away if you guys are even interested. If you like the video, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. I really appreciate that, guys. If you guys have any comments, questions, or suggestions, leave them down below. All right, I'll see you guys in the next video. Try flashing Android Pie onto your Oxygen. Try flashing Android 9 onto your OnePlus 3T. I'm telling you, this is not the 3T. Fuck. If you guys have a OnePlus 3 or 3T, try flashing Android 9.0, Android Pie. Try the beta right now onto your Android. Oh my God, what's wrong with me? I can't say anything.